Hi, Ben Majetich, Chief of Police with the West Richland Police Department. Let's take you for a quick tour. First, we're going through the front lobby area. The front lobby serves several purposes. The drug take-back, obviously our business at the front counter, our bill pay, and our fingerprinting services. As you can see, the room isn't all that great and all that big, but we're trying to fit as many services in here as we possibly can. From the lobby, we can visit into the main part of the department. We have two administrative offices up front, one for the captain and one for the chief, my office. Obviously, we need more administrative offices because we have some more administrative positions coming here in the near future that we're putting currently out into the portable building. In here we have our IT room, office supply room, and copying room. Unfortunately, this isn't really climate controlled because we've had it leak in the past as far as the wall leaking because it's made of cinder block. This is a temporary drying room. It's an inoperable shower where we have any clothing soaked with any blood or any biological materials to dry for taking into evidence. This area right here has been remodeled. It used to be housing our detective and some other storage capabilities, but unfortunately we had to kick the detective out into the portable building, which I'll show you here shortly. Our break room, currently, as you can see, it's a little bit tight, but we can usually fit up to 2 people in there at a time. Now, our evidence processing room is an area that we have where all the evidence that an officer may take from an investigation, this is where we package it. Unfortunately, it's not big enough. It doesn't have any ventilation in case we're handling any kind of toxic materials. So we do the best we can, or have to go out in the squad room and do it on the squad room table. Our restrooms, we have 2 of these, not male or female, but we share them as they become available. This is our temporary storage room that we do use for long-term storage and some of our larger temporary pieces of evidence where we can put them in. Our squad room has been remodeled a number of times. We have workstations which are assigned to 4 individual officers. Our DOC officer is back here in the corner, and we also have our animal control officer into the other corner back here. Our sergeant's offices have been redesigned from 2 separate offices to 1 big office by knocking out the center of the wall. We made the workstations such that we can fit all 4 of them in here. A little bit tight, but it doesn't allow for any additional storage. Our 1 interview room that we have is adjacent to the squad room, which poses issues since if we have a suspect in there, we really can't have any investigations pertaining to or conversations pertaining to the investigation. Our storage room for all of our equipment, our armory, vehicle parts and everything are stored in here. Record storage, a little bit tight, doesn't meet accreditation standards and security requirements set by the state. Going outside, you can see our parking lot is unsecured, which poses some issues because we have people walk in through the lot from the apartments behind us or the residential areas to the convenience store they have nearby. Now, we do have animal control, as I had stated before, so we have temporary kennels, Connex containers to have large pieces of long-term storage evidence items, vehicle parts, record storage, deceased animal storage. It's all crammed back here into this 1 small fence compound. Currently we do have a vehicle that's impounded in here pending a search warrant, but generally we have our MRU or our RV that we use for crime scene investigations stored back here, but that we have to move out whenever we bring a vehicle in for evidence processing. And then finally, you can see our parking lot. Again, it's unsecured. It's shared with the Mid-Columbia libraries. And that RV back there is what you see that's normally stored in the fence compound that we just toured. And our portable building that we brought in to house our detective, to get an additional interview room, which is going to be taken over by our administrative sergeant, which has just been recently appointed, in a storage room. So again, that's a very quick tour of the police department. Appreciate your time. Thank you.